Here is how you can create an event listener via BuildPiper UI. All you need to do is to first sign into the BuildPiper user portal. After signing in, you'll enter the central dashboard. Now you need to click on Integrations and then click on Get Events. Here's the screen to manage event listeners. This page contains information about all listeners. On the top right corner of the screen, you click on Add Listener. Now, in order to create an event listener, you need to provide a listener name. Let's name it as BuildPiper Listener. Choose the Git URL where you've configured the webhook and then load the branches. After this, click on Load Branches. Then you need to select the branch. Once you've selected the branch, you need to choose the event for which you want a webhook request to be triggered. Here, we'll choose the push event. This event listener created through the BuildPiper UI receives the message and then triggers the specified actions. Once you have chosen the event type, you need to add the payload and header conditions. The payload is the message content sent from the origin and received at the destination. You can set up the payload conditions by entering the variable path. So we'll enter the variable path as user underscore username. Then you need to specify the value. Here we'll enter as BuildPiper. Then choose the comparison operator. We'll choose equal to here. Only when the variable path details match the specified value, the action is triggered. We'll now proceed further. Here we can see that the payload conditions have been added. So in this case, we've entered the variable user path as user underscore username and specified its value as BuildPiper. If the user underscore username is BuildPiper, only then the desired action will be triggered. The header contains the complete information that allows the routing of network packets from an origin to a destination. In order to add the header conditions, you need to enter the variable path. We'll enter project.name. As the variable path. Then you need to specify the value. Here we'll enter BuildPiper underscore API as the value and choose the comparison operator as equal to. Only when the variable path details match the specified value, the action gets triggered. Here we can see that the header conditions have been added. So in this case, we have entered the variable user path as project.name and specified its value as BuildPiper underscore API. If the project.name is BuildPiper underscore API, then only the desired action, which is received through the webhook request, will be triggered. Now we'll discuss how you can define actions using the BuildPiper interface. For this, you need to choose the application first. Then specify the listener action trigger type. You can choose to trigger the actions via normal or via pipeline. In the normal listener action trigger type, when the listener receives a message, it will initiate an action. This action can be triggering a build and deployment of a service in a particular environment. In order to define such an action, you need to specify the service and the job details. So you need to select an event and the service, choose a job template and then a job type. Finally, click on Save to proceed further. We'll talk about the second option, which is pipeline. And another action in response to an event occurring in the Git repo can be triggering a specific pipeline. For this, you need to choose pipeline as an option to trigger the listener action. Once the listener receives a message, it will invoke an action. As a result, a specific pipeline will get triggered. So here, you need to select a pipeline. Finally, click on Save to configure the event listener and action settings. So this is the event listener that we just created along with the defined actions and other details.